Welcome to Black Girl Diagnosed. Today we're joined by Tiara, a Haitian American autistic mom raising two autistic children. Her journey is about learning to parent while also discovering herself as an autistic adult, honoring her needs, leading with empathy, and creating an affirming home for her family. Tiara shows us how navigating the world as an autistic adult reshaped her understanding of care, identity, and connection. Through her love of fandoms and content creation, she found community in unexpected places, building relationships that become a source of strength and support. So we're excited to have her here. Welcome to Black Girl Diagnosed.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
So let's just dive right into things. What has parenting autistic children taught you about yourself as an autistic adult, and how has it shaped the way you approach your family?
Um, it's taught me a lot of patience, which I think with parenting in general, patience is something you kind of have to have with kids. But with autistic kids, it was so much more patience because it was not knowing, my daughter, for example, there was a time we had a road trip. She was having an autistic meltdown. I'm overstimulated, everything, but I have to kind of calm myself down because I know if I'm overstimulated, it can make it worse for her. So it's like me, I've learned how to kind of deal with my symptoms to
Mm.
input their needs first. But that's why having that alone time as a parent is important too, because I need to make sure that I'm okay also so that I can have the patience to parent them. So it's kind of like a cycle. It's like, all right, I'm going to give you everything. And then now I'm like, okay, I need me. So I need a refill so
Right.
that we don't, because we've had moments where all three of us are overstimulated and it was just crying, screaming, yelling, everything.
Oh,
It was just one big meltdown of all people. And then it just went silent. And then I go in the room like, I'm sorry, mommy. Like, and you gotta apologize, let them know that, I'm sorry I lost my thing. My son does it too. He's starting to understand, how he reacts affects other people. And
yeah.
so he'll come in my room, Mom, I'm sorry that I was so aggravating towards you earlier. Well, you're not
Oh,
aggravating, you're
that's
just
so
learning.
sweet.
So it's a lot, but it's something that I'm just used to now. And
Yeah.
it's my life.
Yeah. Okay. So receiving a late diagnosis can be life-changing. I know when I got diagnosed, it was life-changing to me. So, what emotions came up for you when you realized you were autistic, and how did it shift your self-understanding?
It was it was kind of weird because going through their diagnosis, I'm like, it was kind of a joke, like, oh, that sounds like me, huh? Kind of thing. And then slowly as it kept going, I was like, am I autistic? And then my friends would say something, there's people close to me that were like, maybe you should get a diagnosis. And I'm like, okay. And then when they were like, yeah, so you have autism, I was like, yeah, yeah. And then when I hung up off the thing, I was just like, oh my God, like just cried. I didn't understand why. Like, I didn't know if it was good or bad cry. It was just, and I sat, with it for a little bit. And I think it just was like, started thinking about things throughout my life. I'm like, that makes so much sense. And it's
Yes.
like, oh my gosh. I was like, and random moments will pop up throughout the day. It could be something from junior high. And I'm like, okay, that's why, And so it's just so funny how I like deal with, but it's like having that diagnosis and it's like affirming things that you may have already been thinking. And it's like, okay, so I know I'm not just weird or quirky and stuff. There's reasons why I do certain things. There's reasons why I react to certain things the way I do. And having that was just, it starts to become like a, you know, weight lifted off my shoulders.
Yeah,
And so,
definitely. And I know that like because like, growing up being undiagnosed, you're different, but you don't have a word for it. So once you can name what it is, you're like, okay, I can take a deep breath, and now I know
yeah,
why I'm different because I know that there are other people like me, and once you can name something, it just changes everything.
yeah.
You
And it was
talked about
definitely,
you
yeah.
talked about rediscovering happiness through fandoms and creating content. How did creativity and community help you reconnect with joy?
It was, well, when did it kind of, COVID was kind of when it really started
Mm-hmm.
because everyone's at home. And that's when I started Disney bounding.
Mm.
And that just brought out a different, because stay at home mom, a lot of my stuff was just yoga pants and a t-shirt. That's it.
Yeah.
And being able to kind of find these different outlets of like, oh, I'm going to create this character out of these clothes and stuff like that. My brain just started thinking in a different way. And being able to share it with people and have people go and switch ideas and say, hey, I have this shirt. And I have my friends go, oh, this character, this character. I remember when you wore this outfit, maybe you can do this character, and just interacting like that it just made my mind would be like, oh my gosh, I have so many people who can help me. Like when I get stuck, I have this community who can kind of get me out of that. And even
Yeah.
from there, it was kind of moved to makeup, and I was doing makeup looks. I remember I did an avatar, like literally the blue avatar people face makeup. I never thought I would do face
Well,
makeups and things like that.
that's I know I can't do that. Like
You
I
know,
was
doing that.
I see people do stuff like that and I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. I wish I could do that. Like I have other artistic skills, but I do like love to see people do makeup and I love to see people find ways to like creatively express themselves because I don't
Yeah,
think people understand how important creative expression is and I don't think people understand how therapeutic art is.
yes. And even painting, I started painting, coloring. My kids paint and color, and my son makes videos, like full
Mm,
on videos of with editing. Both of them can create, animate, and edit their own videos.
that's
And
super
they're
cool.
both self-taught, which still my daughter does her own music and videos for it, or voiceovers. And it's always, it makes me laugh because the music all sounds the same because it's the same little tone that she has, and she goes good, 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 like she doesn't think that. And I just laugh because I'm like, it's just so, it warms my heart to see like them doing all of these artistic outlets. But I was like, what made you do that? It's like, you were doing stuff too. I wanted to try. And so then they start doing all of that. So
Yeah,
it's funny because how this Disney community kind of influenced me and then in return influenced my kids. So that's something I'm always going to be grateful for this community.
yeah, we learned about you through
That's my
Kathleen.
girl.
That's how we
My
learned
kids
about
got
you.
they call her Auntie Cat. Like she's literally
Oh,
they
o-
love her.
okay. Because you know, I when I go and I peek at people's page, I'm like, oh, this is really cool. But I always try to like ask people, who do you think would be great to come on? And I remember her tagging you, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, you know, I told my guest coordinator to, you know, let's try to make this happen. So, how does your identity as a Haitian American influence the way you understand and talk about neurodivergence?
It it has changed because before I did not speak out about anything that I was feeling because it was not, I'm trying to figure out. Basically, my grandma was saying, she's like, "This is white people stuff. This isn't real.
Oh, yeah, I
This isn't
understand that.
you.
Yeah,
You're crazy."
especially
Because
with
she, I
like with older generations.
yeah, and it was one of those things because I would hear kind of how it was talked about with other people, like even on TV or things like that. And I'm like, I can't. Like I was in teen years, I had such bad depression, but I was always like basically masking. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm happy. I'm this, but and then I would get upset about things. They didn't understand why I'm upset, and then it's disrespectful, and it's this, and it
Yes.
was so much stuff that was happening, and I'm just like, I want someone to hear me. Like I want to be able to have my voice, and I can't because it's seen as this in my culture, and it was so much to the point where I don't know if this is like a trigger warning, but I would cut. Like I was cutting at one point when I was really
Yeah.
like young teens. And then I was like, oh my gosh, if they see this, they're gonna like put me in a institution and things like that. So I remember they saw it one time. I was like, what happened? I was like, I fell in the rose bush, which was believable because I was clumsy and I fell all the time. So I was able to do that. But my mom, because I wasn't living with my mom at the time, I was living with my grandma and my aunt,
Mm-hmm.
which is the Haitian side. And my mom was like, she could talk to me on the phone and she's like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. You can tell me. And I was like, no, it's fine. Like she understood. She was a nurse. So she understood all of this stuff. And
Yeah.
therapy was normal to her. But on my dad's side, it wasn't like that. I was like, everybody could have benefited from therapy and that like that at
Yeah.
some point. But it wasn't it, yeah. It took a
Yeah. I
while for
can.
me to see to actually be like, okay, let's try therapy. Let's do this and help myself. I remember when I told my dad that my daughter was diagnosed, the first thing he was saying, oh, it's the vaccines. And I'm just like, okay.
And like to some degree, like this is not really their fault that they believe that because the way society likes to blame things or dehumanize autism like it's the worst thing in the world. I remember hearing a lot about vaccines causing autism during the pandemic. So some people didn't want to take the COVID shot. I couldn't take the COVID shot because I'm immunocompromised and I just couldn't get it. But it was just like the things people hear about autism most of the time are not true. So you just kind of sometimes I'm just like, I am an advocate, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't feel like it. And I just
Yeah.
won't even address the issue. I can definitely relate. I went through my self-harm period but I was really good like at hiding it. And I think only one time like my aunt saw it and she was like, what happened to you? And I didn't even answer her, but they got really suspicious because it was like 80 degrees outside and I had on jeans and a long sleeve t-shirt. So
Yeah.
like I definitely understood that part. Um, so um what do you wish more families, especially within Haitian or Caribbean communities, understood about autism and neurodiversity?
That it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's they always it's like almost like it's frowned upon. I'm like, but if you and my family can they see that now, especially because they see my kids and how they're still thriving, all of the things they can do, the light that shines, especially my daughter, like people see it, they go, oh my, she has like an aura about her. Like everyone loves her. Like I see at school, I drop her off and she's like, there's people like, cause she's in, what they call pairs. So it's all the kids with disabilities and special needs. But she walks through and all the neurotypical kids are, hi, Tatiana, hi, and all this stuff. And she's like, no eye contact, just kind of waving at them. And oh my gosh, like, but she's on the pet squad. So
Oh,
she
that
does
is so
that with
cool.
them. She doesn't do it the full time like the rest of the girls because it is a lot.
Hmm.
But when they have events, she's there with them with her pom-poms, doing the things and stuff and smiling. And so it's like, if you feel like, okay, this autism and you just think negative, 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 that's what you're going to bring into it. I came in knowing I'm going to be positive with my kids, like in general. And then when we got the diagnosis, I'm like, all right, we're still going to work this out. And that's how you end up having that happiness with your kids. And I just follow their lead, like what they need, how they're feeling. I let them express themselves. I know expressing yourself sometimes is, I wasn't always able to do that.
Right.
My son, we have dialogue. If he goes, Mom, you're wrong. It's like, or you lied. I go, what happened? He'll tell me, and I go, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry, and stuff like that. If I said that to like my family when I was younger, oh, it would be
I would have got slapped in the mouth.
it's like automatic. And so I just tell them, I'm like, hey, you can disagree and stuff. Just make sure you do it with respect, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and I
And
think
I'm like,
that,
if you're feeling yourself, and if there's times where he like, if they just need to vent, I let them just do that. And I wasn't
yeah,
able to do that. I had to vent to friends or to other people, and I always felt scared going to my family and
yeah.
expressing myself. My kids come to me, they go, "Hey, can we talk?" Yeah.
That
So,
that is such a beautiful thing because I remember being in trouble all the time because I was just trying to get clarity. But, being black, it's like you're talking back. You need to be respectful. I already said this and you're still talking back. And most of the time, all I wanted was clarity. I was just trying to understand something. So it is really a beautiful
yeah.
thing that, your kids feel comfortable and that you give them like they're comfortable enough to talk to you about that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was the one thing I said when I just found out I was pregnant. I was like, I just want my kids to be, and I can actually do that with my mom, but my mom, it's black. I don't, it does have differences with a Black American and a Haitian American parent, you know?
Hmm.
She was more just open with things. I don't know if it was because of her nursing and things like that, but she was just always, I was 10 and she was like, hey, we got period questions, we got this and all this stuff. She explained everything. When I got my period, I was still at my grandma's house and I was like, I started and I just got handed I was like, here you go. I was like,
Well,
what do I
I
get?
had a I had a similar experience. I was 8 when I got my cycle. And like my mom was black and she just kind of she did that. She was like, "Oh, here you go. Here's some pads. You're going to get this. You're going to have this for a really long time." And that was it. Like I was just like, "Oh my God, I'm bleeding." My dad actually like went to the library and got like this, I don't even know what it was called, but it was like this videotape that like talked about like periods for kids and stuff like that because I was just really just throwing a bag of pads like, "Okay, well," and I know in a way, like she was like in shock because, 8 is pretty young to have your cycle, but I was just like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah. So it's like I'm already ready for it. I'm actually scared for when my daughter has hers because I'm like I've never dealt with it with autism. I
Yeah.
mean, I love myself, but
You know
with
that
hers,
like,
hers is different because she's verbal, but it's not, the way I can't have full conversations with her,
oh,
you
okay.
know?
You know that like autistic women, we do have a harder time on our cycle. I just can't think of what it's called right now, but like there's been research that we struggle more on our cycle than neurotypical women.
Yes. And so I've talked to her doctor's like, let me know. She's like, we're gonna try it, see how it goes. If not, we can always stop it until she seems like she's older and can handle it, you know?
Yeah.
So having and then black doctor, awesome. Black woman doctor. So
Yay.
we're like we've been prepared. That was the thing because I never thought I would have to ask the doctor, hey, what do I do when she has her period? Because I was like, I know how it works and stuff, but with this, it's different.
Yeah.
And I never knew, and that was another thing because when you said that, my periods, I was like, it was horrible. My mom was like, do you have endometriosis? Like, do you have this? Like, because it would be everything just seemed so much worse than what my friends were going through. I'm like, you're on your period. I'm like, how are you even functioning? Like, I could not function
Like,
half of
yeah,
the time.
I used to like, I only went to high school for 1 year before I was homeschooled, but when I had my cycle, I couldn't stay in school all day. I would just like not go and then I'd go and then I'd have to leave half of the day. And, you got girls in gym with their cycle and they playing volleyball. I'm like, how are you doing this? I didn't understand it. So do you have any recent projects you'd like to share?
Uh, well, right now I have a podcast with one of
That's
my
cool.
friends. So it's movies, magic, and melanin. So nostalgia things. So a lot of the 90s and early 2000s movies we review and talk. A lot of times I'm unhinged on that because I just have so much to say about certain movies. And so
Yeah,
that's
that's
been,
pretty cool. Like I gotta see it because when we watch something, I'm a millennial, so when we watch something as a child, when you watch it again as an adult, you're like, is this the same movie that I saw when I was a child?
it seems to be like almost a common theme of most every episode because there's looking at it from a child's perspective and then looking at it from like a parent's perspective also, like from an adult, but then with certain scenes, I'm like, oh no, see if that was my kid, and then but years ago I was siding with the kid.
Right. It's just really funny how like your perspective and your views on things change as like, you start to grow, but that's really cool. Congratulations.
Thank you. And so
So,
there's that. I am trying to get back into just my fashion and makeup things. I've been working so much and trying to get a new position in my company. So I've just been working and sleeping and not really creating as much as
that's okay. We always have
probably
to
should.
recharge.
Now it's just like, you know what? It's fine. I don't think anyone's gonna be upset that I'm not posting anything, so it's okay. But so I'm trying to get back into that. I do have a Disney, uh, hopefully a Disney World trip coming up in April-ish. So definitely content from that because it's gonna be a flower and garden festival over there.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
So just trying to kind of figure out my path and kind of where I want to kind of take my content creation.
Right. Yeah, that's great because like a lot of the times we as Black women and um we're not always welcome in those kind of spaces. So I just love the fact that it's like you show up unapologetically, like, yeah, I do belong here. I belong here too.
Yeah, I always will.
Yeah,
If
that's
there's not a
right.
seat for me, it's okay. I got a folding chair. I'm gonna have my own little table. It's okay. I'm gonna have
Right.
everyone join me. Everyone's welcome at my table. If I'm not welcome there, it's okay.
That's how I feel. Like even like in the advocacy spaces, it can be cliquish. So like one clique won't support you if like people in their clique don't want to support you. But me, I just like, I've always been a loner. So I just do my own thing. I post my stuff. I mind my business. I'm really into fashion. I haven't posted much of that a lot. But I'm hoping to get back into that. Like when it gets, because I like to take pictures outside and I'm in New
Yeah.
York. It's been snowing like crazy. We just had a freaking blizzard. But what do you want people to know and take away from this interview?
Um, just shoot, so many things. Just one, just if you have questions about autism, if there's someone that you feel like you're close enough to ask about, like ask an autistic person or research. That way you're maybe not bothering someone as much, you know? But I mean, if you're a researcher, you're like, I still have questions, then yeah, just ask questions. Don't just assume. Don't speak for us.
That
Just,
part.
it's never, and then also it's never too late to change. Like if you feel like, hey, could this be me? Find to get a diagnosis. If you feel like, okay, well, maybe this is my kid, just support them. Like if you have a teenager that's like, hey, I might be autistic, don't shut them down, support them. It's like maybe they might be, they might not be, but showing that support can like go a long way. So
Absolutely. Where can everyone find you?
I am on Instagram at just added Tiara. So just JUSTADDATIARA. Almost forgot how to spell my name. Um, and shoot, same thing with like almost every social media site. So TikTok, Threads, just added Tiara.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Tiara, for sharing your powerful story and wisdom with us today. And to our listeners, like always, thank you for tuning in to Black Girl Diagnosed. Your presence and support means everything. And until the next time, take care of yourselves and keep advocating with love.